feel like rain in the morning, giving me mixed emotions, and it's too much sometimes. Mix the potion, mix it up, girl, put it in motion.
Welcome back to another Evrythingfay vlog. As you guys see me here, I'm just making up a batch of energy balls. I really don't remember where I saw the recipe, but it calls for carrots, pitted dates is where the sugar comes from, and cashew nuts, shredded coconut. You guys see me adding a little bit of ginger, and I'm just adding my favorite vanilla protein powder. And I'm just really gearing up for my work trip, so I'm going to wash my fruits. Everything I get from the grocery store I generally wash. Yes, even my bananas. I do the same for my blackberries. And I just decided to cook a pot of rice for the house, so I'm just packing a little bit for myself, getting ready to fry up my salmon. Just a little bit of basic seasoning, nothing really grandiose, just packing together my stuff. I bought a bag of chipotle lettuce, so I always do wash my lettuce, get it into my container, and then I'm going to top it off with half of the salmon and pack the dressing on the top. This salad was amazing. And I'm just going to wait for the salmon to finish cooking, and I'm going to pack it into the container, get some green beans, and call it a day. So I have 2 meals. This is a 2-day work trip, and I seen this recipe for overnight oats with a apple cinnamon topping, so I did decide to try it, but it wasn't a fan fave for me, so that's a no for next time. Oh my god, I put in too much brown sugar. And and then carrying the glass in the lunchbox just makes it that much more heavy. Your girl loves her nuts. As you can see, I got my soya milk and my Pepsi, and the reason I wrap the bananas in the foil is so that they don't squish. And I'm making my chakri yogurt. If you guys don't know, you better hop on it. Just Google chakri. I'll probably leave it in the description box so you guys can get an idea of what it is. And I'm just gonna pack up my lunch box. Always make sure to put my ice packs at the bottom. It ensures that my lunch stays cool and that it doesn't spoil. Yes, I do carry my little blender with me just in case I want to make a smoothie, and the M&Ms for that sweet tooth. Let's just zip her up and get ready to go. I commuted in this morning at 1:30 a.m. The flight was delayed, so of course I got into YYZ at about 7:30. My operational day didn't start until 2:30-ish. Our flight was delayed, so my original pairing didn't take place. I was supposed to head into the US, and due to the delay, of course we wouldn't be able to meet our connecting flight in Calgary, so that was canceled. So my parent just brought me over to Calgary. I've been in the hotel for, I want to say, about half an hour. I'm just eating the food that I meal prepped, my rice and peas, my salmon, and my veggies. It was a 2-day pairing, so I do finish tomorrow. I do finish late, so it's not going to bring me into Yeg in time, so I'm going to have to commute back in Tuesday morning. That's if I make the flight, of course. Hey y'all, good evening, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are. Welcome back to Evrythingfay. Actually headed to my daughter's choir concert. I need to stop and get myself a coffee. I have not slept in like hours, so we made ourselves look a little bit, cute and refreshed. Washed our face, took a shower, did a little concealer thing to the brows. I have a story time to tell you guys about what happened yesterday with work. We're heading to what some people know
at the lights, turn right onto Manning Drive southbound.
Known crew member or our security bypass here in Canada. So me not knowing that one of my crew members is taking me to the bypass that I went
in
through,
2.5 kilometers, bear right onto 127 Avenue Northwest.
Because it's some crazy. I'm like, oh, this little tube bull crap. I am not going through this. So anyways, like, it's almost like a 10-minute walk just to that bypass. So of course we're already there, me and the first officer and one of our
Proceed to the route.
So she's like, oh, how do you do this? So because I went through it the last time, I told her how to do it. Who do you think it worked for? It worked for her. I attempt to do it, it doesn't work for me, and it works for her. Hang on, guys. So yeah, so Tim Hortons debit machine is down, so of course I'm not getting nothing from this Tim Hortons. So back to my story time. So I tell her how it's done. Boom, 1, 2, 3, she gets through. I try, I don't get through. I'm already frustrated at that point because it's like a 10-minute walk and there was traffic on the way there, so we were already like making it close to our check-in time. I tried twice. I'm like to the first officer, listen, I can't be bothered with this crap, so if you want to try, go ahead. He tries, it's not working for him neither. So at this point we call, because we have our intercom, so we call for security and they're like, yeah, don't worry, we're gonna activate the other thing, the other bypass thingy right beside, so you'll be able to use that. So she's like, okay, try that. So I'm like, you know what, to the first officer, you try your luck, you try that first. He tries his badge, that's what I'm gonna call for right now. He tries his badge, the thing, does his fingerprints, pulls on the door is locked. The lady intercoms back, she's like, yeah, try it again. So he tries it again, it's still locked. Then she's like, oh, there's nobody at that location, I'm gonna have to call in dispatch and send
Stay
somebody
in the right
in
lane
to come in and unlock the door. At this point, me and him are like, and the only reason that we were walking that way to begin with is because we were walking towards the bypass all together as a crew. Then the captain didn't tell us that he was going for pizza, so that's all. We were all walking that way because we knew we were going to the bypass. So after that, me and the first officer weren't able to get through that bypass. We were like, if we knew he was gonna go get pizza, we would have never gone through this way. So could you imagine,
at the next lights turn right,
all the way to a section which I said is like 10 minutes or more to the section that you need to be at, right? So you walk to that section to get there. You get there, you can't get through the bypass. You have to go back and retrace your steps. So that's another 10 minutes. So at this point, it's like almost 3:30. And, you know, check-in time is 3:30. So we do that. But here's the crap. We got to walk all back to the D gates because we're leaving out of the D gates. And that's like a 15-minute walk. And there's this thing in Calgary International Airport where they have like, not a golf cart system like they have in Edmonton. It's this system where like it kind of run, like there's a driver anyways, and he picks up destination people at certain key areas within the airport, and he'll bring you to, like, if you need to go to the A gates, the B gates, the C gates, or the D gates. So of course, us not knowing when this thing is going to show up,
in 1 kilometer, turn right onto Yellowhead Trail.
Situation. I'm like, well, you know, we didn't walk this way for nothing. At least we got our steps in. You're damn right I hit that target yesterday. I sure did hit that target. Midway there, I was like, listen, I didn't walk all this way to not reward myself, so I went and got myself a steeped tea. At that point, I was like, my body needs a little pick-me-up, and this body is gonna get it. So I got myself a little tea. And then, of course, great colleagues, great crew. They had already done our pre-flight checks, which is amazing. We had to decide positions because, you know, we were on 800, so 4 crew members. So I was like, hey, could I go cabin manager, you know? Haven't done it in a while, and you know, finally signed off on it. Was signed off pre-COVID, but now that I'm back post-COVID, you know, went back to the old rules and whatnot, and so I could officially do it now. So I was like, you know what, let me do it, because I don't do it often. So yeah, I did that. It was nice. I managed a premium cabin, so I only have 12 guests. Yeah, not bad. Catering forgot to load us with the menu, so I had to use my personal work device and hand it to every single person so they could look at the menu, and then place their order. Hang on, guys, let's pay for this order. Hi. Here you go. Can I have a straw, please? Can I have a straw, please? Can I have a straw, please? Thank you. How did I know? Like, I would have had to say it again. Like, I'm even lucky I got a napkin with my food, because nowadays I don't know if Tim Hortons is on a budget cut, but I've been noticing lately, like, if you want napkins, if you order a donut, you order basically anything that you order, it's like you gotta beg for them to give you a napkin. Like,
in 700 meters, turn right onto Yellowhead Trail.
In the past few weeks, from my visits at Tim Hortons, that when you ask for like a paper, like, number one, they're not even giving you your meal or your donuts. Well, your donuts, yes, but like if you buy a breakfast sandwich or whatever, they're not giving it to you in a paper bag if you're asking for it to go. They're just leaving it in the wrap. Keep in mind, we totally strayed off topic, but you know, that's what we're here for, Evrythingfay. Yeah, so they give you the breakfast sandwich wrapped up as is, no bag, and they were, keep in mind, they were making the sandwich and like the whole wrapper is full of oil. Like,
go past these lights, then at the next set, turn right.
Can I have some napkins? And it's like they also, look, see, I just looked down at my cup, and another thing to talk about, no more sleeves. Like, you have to beg for them. That's the Tim Hortons spiel. So let's get back to the work spiel. So as I was saying, I worked at the premium cabin. Everything went well. The only
use the left lane to keep left to merge onto Trans-Canada Highway 16 West-West.
Ordered, like, the chicken, right? So when I was looking at my paper, I was like, oh, she wants the pasta and the husband wants the chicken. Don't know why, but it was the guest on the opposite side of the aircraft. So I hand the chicken over to the husband and I hand the pasta over to the wife. And she was like, oh, I ordered chicken, but oh, this pasta looks good. And she takes it. At that point, I'm like, shit. Who did that chicken?
In 2.7 kilometers, take exit 391 onto 82nd Street.
The pasta dish belonged to the guest that I had already served on the other side, and I had given him the chicken. And he didn't even realize, I guess, the chicken, you know, he liked the chicken after all. He didn't say anything. And because he didn't say anything, I didn't want to make the boo-boo even bigger. But what I did do is make sure, you know, that, you know, I gave him a service above and beyond. You know, I made sure his cup was always full, you know, smile, and, you know, acknowledge his loyalty status and whatnot. But yeah, we did have, so for that part, it was nice. The day, we had like another 2-hour delay, which makes your work day long because, like I was saying in the previous, sorry about that, peeps. It said low storage, but I just bought more storage from iCloud, so I don't know. So I was saying that we had a red alert. So that was like a 2-hour delay. The red alert, so that means ground crew personnel cannot be on the tarmac. It is too risky for them to be there. I don't know why this thing is not trying to make me great, but it keeps stopping. 2 hours delay. Nobody could be on the tarmac. We didn't leave until 6 o'clock. We're gonna go enjoy this little girl's concert. So that's what we're gonna go do. Hopefully I could get a clip of her. So that's what we're gonna do. And stay tuned. Y'all gonna see my little, well, not so little anymore, like I said, singing. doing her type of music thing, you know? Alrighty, stay tuned. We're doing a little bit of jaywalking. It's Pride Month, so that's why the flag is hanging. We love everybody. So yeah, here we go. We're here to represent for all the kids. You know, if your kids love to sing, if they're into the arts, get them into the arts, whether it be singing, piano, dancing, whatever, get them into those stuff. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click the link and subscribe. You can go ahead and hit that notification bell so you'll know when I upload new content. Yeah, so catch you in the next one.